more and more tendency for everybody to work from home more rather than going to the office at a particular time, particular place. So this is going to have a many more effect in a very, very uh, long way. Another aspect I find is that people are now used to live a simpler life. People who could not live without pan or gutka or cigarette or liquor for that matter, somehow they are able to live without that. The youngsters who could not live without pizza can live without it, and they have tested it that yes, they can live without it. Now, this is going to be a challenge to economy, which is based on spending and consumption and waste. This is going to be a challenge. If everybody decides to spend less and save more because of whatever fear they get, insecurity or whatever you call it, how it is going to affect the economy, how is it going to affect the jobs. But one silver lining is there that the government is serious about saving this the people at the bottom of the pyramid, which is very, very large numbers, and that is the reason I think you all must agree with me, will agree with me, that 1.6 lakh, 7 lakh crore package was given to people for meant for this weaker section of the society because they are going to suffer the most. Rest all will have some cuts in their pockets, but they are the people who are going to suffer almost 100% loss. That is the way what we have learned. Uh, Coming back to uh, today's situation and MSME, I think many people don't realize that I has been replaced with E. Earlier, it used to be small scale industry, medium scale industry, micro scale industry. Now, this industry word has been replaced with E, enterprise. And since you are students from a very prestigious college, and economics has been your subject and fort, you will know the difference between industry and enterprise. The enterprise means everything. All the shopkeepers, dry cleaning shop, photocopy shop, Seva Kendra, yoga centers, eateries, everything comes under enterprises. And the enterprise is the numbers of enterprise is, I mean, mind-boggling. Now everything has been clubbed together. So this is conversion of I to E is a game changer in the sense the job opportunities, what we used to calculate for industrial, small SSI sector, we used to call it MSME, MS medium scale sector. Now the job numbers in industry was very limited, whereas in enterprise, it has shot up to a mind-boggling level, say something like 633.8 lakh MSMEs are there, which are not in the corporate world. And say, if I guess the total number of people employed in these sectors may be more than the people employed or engaged in agriculture sector, I will not be surprised. So far, nobody has dared to say it because we all know that the agriculture sector is holy cow. Yes, it should be. But as far as job opportunities are concerned, uh, when I find inside the house, outside the house, that everybody is talking about agriculture, but very few people talk about MSME, though it provides much bigger opportunity. The 69% of trade and other services is other services are, and 31% is the manufacturing sector. So this 69% of the enterprises offers you a big opportunity before COVID, after COVID. See, out of this, the service sector has become so important that Indian government used to have central excise on manufacturing as a major source of indirect revenue. Now, this was merged with GST now. They introduced about 10 years back service tax. And over a period of just about 10, 12 years, I think the service tax revenue was bigger than the uh, central excise revenue. Even now service tax also has been merged with GST. But what I'm trying to say that there was such a big potential in the service sector and taxation point of view also, which was not realized for a long time. But later on, now they have realized it, and now this sector is growing in a much bigger way, and it is also giving better revenue to the government. When and then I find that out of MSME, if you say that manufacturing or service, then I find that there is a lot of opportunity in service sector uh, pre and post COVID. The beauty of service sector is that it opens up many new innovative opportunities. See, the after COVID, there will be a section of the society which will be aged people, pretty rich people, affordable, the people who can afford to spend some money. Now they would be looking some extra assistance all over the country, and there are millions of them. Now they will be looking for some kind of assistance, and they will be creating a new job opportunity. I have seen over a period of time, many people have started with a small business with some new ideas. For example, somebody started replacing flowers every week in a corporate office, and somebody started cutting vegetables and packing it and ready to cook vegetables. I mean, these are the just few examples where the business have grown. Business have also grown in a home cooked food packet or parcels. That also business is growing. We have seen earlier there used to be only one Lijjat Papad, but there are many Lijjat Papads now in the country, and all with a brand name established thing. So these are the opportunities which is going to be there in the service sector, which everybody has to explore. Now, right now, right now, because the economic activities are stopped, shops are closed, so the MSME are hit very badly. But I have seen many times, on many occasions, even during the emergency days, when doing a business was a nightmare for a small businessman, because there are, we all know, and as a student you must be knowing, or you would be taught, that there are hundreds of laws which have been created which are not practical to be implemented. Now, during emergency days, there are numerous examples where we have seen that for minor fault, that his uh, weighing scale is not stamped. For that reason, he has been jailed. But during that period also, these small enterprises have shown their tenacity and they have sustained that. इसलिए मुझे विश्वास है कि आज भी इस 2-3 महीने के डायरेक्ट इम्पैक्ट से और 2-3 महीने के बाद वाले इम्पैक्ट से सबसे पहले यदि इफ एनी सेक्टर विच विल कम अप टू बैक टू इट्स ओन level, it will be the MSME sector. Now, this COVID is not going to take away everything, but there will be sectoral disturbances, and some of them will be more affected, like tourism will be affected, and because of the tourism, some tourism related activity will be revived after a long time, because it will take few months time for people to come out of their shell and start traveling. But there we have a point that religious tourism will be the first to start with, because people won't mind traveling for religious regions without fear of COVID or anything. They would be willing to take risks. This is what has been our experience so far. Hospitality sector is another sector which will be hit more. Aviation sector, yes, even that will be hit more. But then your question is how and where the new jobs will be created for MSME. Friends, there are two major national programs which our Prime Minister has announced, and they are going to be game changers. Already, a couple of them have been implemented. They are also going to make a big change in times to come. For example, we have decided that all family will have a house. So this housing sector, every house will have a pipe water. This water supply segment, these two are going to grow in a big way, and a really big way. Electricity to all homes means more gadgets. Now, more gadget means more maintenance. This is also another area where the things will be changing. And here the technology changes very fast. So everybody need technicians also have to learn their skill, upgrade their skill very frequently. So these are the opportunities which I find will be there, and the government is going to support them. States are also serious about it because job is the major thing. I come from the state of Jharkhand, where lakhs of people are going outside to work for a small manual job. Now the state government has suddenly realized that it is a blunder. We should not have done it. We should have created more job opportunities here. And I think and I hope that things will be better. I think with this, I can say that health sector is also going to create a big thing. So I hope you will find that as far as the MSME sector is concerned, job opportunities were there, job opportunities will be there, but just naukri nahi, it can be a self business also. People might have laughed at pakoda wala thing for Modi when Modi ji said, but please don't laugh it. It doesn't mean pakoda itself, that it means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Please, students, they are typing some messages in the chat box.
Uma, should we read the question?
Yes. Sir, one question which is raised by Survi Sharma.
Yes, Survi.
She has written that, sir, yeah. Shall I read it?
Yeah, she has talked about finance. Okay.
Yes.
MSME growth in finance. As I said, that micro enterprises, the maximum limit for the service sector, if you are in service sector, is 10 lakhs. And you know that, since you are a women college, you will be happy and proud that when Mudra loan is given, about 9 crore loans are sanctioned, and more than 50% of the loan takers are women. So for a small capital, the banks are giving you the loan, and your local representative, public representative, be it MLA or MP, in case you find any difficulty, you can always take his help. All the banks have been asked to be more liberal, and they are exceeding their budgets, whatever they had. So for a small business, money will not be a problem.
Sir, I have a question in this regard, because currently SMEs are not doing very well, and it's almost that if we talk about industrial index, that it has dipped a lot, especially of the core sector performance. So, but if we look at since 2000 onwards also, SMEs in comparison to China, that's not doing very well in India. So what's the reason behind it? Why we are not able to do that?
See, the Chinese economy, I'll just give you one example of the steel production. See, we have about 90 million tons of steel production, whereas China has 900. So they are about 10 times more. Okay. They started big way reform somewhere in 2004. And after that, their production shot up like anything. If you look at the economy, their graph, from 4 to 14, these 10 years were the game changer for China. I think after COVID, I find that many state governments have now realized that they have to grow. So there will be growth like China, and many new investors are also looking to invest in India, for which many bottlenecks are being sorted out. So this is the investor will be investing only if you don't harass him and make him run around. So this is the realization which has set in, and I think it will have an effect.
Okay, sir. Uh, I request Gayatri ji to sum up the. Any question from the student side? Any more question?
What is the further impact in our economy after COVID?
COVID.
Okay. Further impact. See, the shutdown has hit everybody. Everybody's income has gone down, but also the consumption has gone down. So after the COVID, when the life will start going back, uh, the economies which were dependent on global scale or other countries will be bigger suffered, because the whole world is now suffering from the economic recession. But as far as India is concerned, we have a very strong, robust domestic consumption based on our own capital. So, compared to the world or other economies, Indian economy will be suffering less, and it will be coming back to its foot quicker than others. This is what I feel. As far as job is concerned, yes, uh, when organized sector jobs are concerned, uh, many people might feel that the Indian investors, let's say, will be reluctant, but the government spending will be much more. And the government job opportunity, as I said, in the housing sector, and the housing sector does not mean only the construction workers, it means a lot, because as a commerce graduate or a graduate from your institute, now you also have many opportunities. So in the housing sector, in the housing companies, if you see, there are a lot of women employees now working everywhere. Similarly, the engineering side, also now there are a lot of women engineers willing to work in the site. As a matter of fact, in Vizag Steel Plant, the women engineers there agitated before their chairman. They said that we don't want to work only in quality control, we want to work on the blast furnace shop floor. And the CMD was bugged that he never expected the girls will ask for this kind of job. Whether he was, then later on, he was very much pleased. And also, I have seen in the JSW Steel, the entire quality control department is managed by women engineers. So these are some examples I can say. As far as you are concerned, there will be bigger opportunities in every field.
Yes. Any more questions from the student side? So I think that's all for today, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Yeah.
It has been an honor to listen to you. Things coming from people like you, I think it makes such a impact. Yes, I think you the point you made that Indian economy is still taken as perceived as agricultural economy, and the SMEs have not been given their due importance. That is true, and I think that perception needs to be changed. Sir, you rightly listed down the opportunities which will be rising in the health sector and other sectors for SMEs. And I think most of us now are feeling somewhat better that prospects are not so black. The opportunities
No.
will arise. Although, like my first feeling is that yes, we may enter into a vicious circle, less consumption, so less production, and then economy may, recession may start. But yes, let's hope, be optimistic. The government is also taking its measures. So it is great to have you, sir, and listen to you. On behalf of Lakshmibai College, the fraternity, the principal, and students, I, Dr. Gayatri, thank you sincerely. It was really an honor to have with us and listen to you. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, sir.